Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel. This is the Ray Jenkins Show. I'm Rachel and I'm 34 years old. I work for a Target distribution center. I live in Wisconsin. I just feel like I have a lot to bring to the table and I need to have an outreach and have a community and create my own community because right now, nobody's really we need to discuss everything that's going on, the way that we're living as Americans, the struggles that we're dealing with, all of the BS that we're going through, the chronic illness, the drug addiction, the CPS, the system, the judicial system, the criminal system. Um, what else? Education system, the medical system, every single thing is interconnected. I am a chronically ill single mother who's on short term disability right now due to me being so sick and the doctors not knowing what's wrong. I'm seeing all kinds of specialists. Um, I have a lot to offer. I am a survivor of human gang as a child, and I'm 8 years clean and sober myself. I started waking up in 2020 when the coronavirus hit. I knew something wasn't quite right, but everybody thought I was crazy. And I kept saying, no, something is going on, like something is happening. And I have felt that in my spirit for quite some time. I would say I'm pretty progressed in my awakening. But here I'm willing to talk about everything, my life story, everything leading up to my awakening, and the knowledge that I have to bring to the table. Because I'm telling you right now, that knowledge is inside all of us. It's about tapping in and tuning into it. The amount of corruption and things that are going on in the world right now is so big that our brains cannot concept it or conceive it at all at one time, which is why it's kind of now it's just like spilling out. Everything is spilling over down to, it started with the coronavirus, then the vaccines, these psyops that are going on. They're siphoning our energy by having us be indoctrinated in these schools for our entire lives and push us off into the world without really knowing anything about finance or any good value. So you screw up your credit. Now you're living low income. You're working paycheck to paycheck. You're fighting about money. So now you're a single parent. And you turn to drugs to cope or whatever the case may be. The government's putting these drugs out there for us to cope. Then you're put on methadone and Suboxone and stuff like that, which is government drug dealing. It's just a profit for the pharmaceutical company. Everything is interconnected. And, at this point, it's like my soul feels messed up that it's happening to me, but they're doing this shit to my babies. They're poisoning my children with this food that they're giving us. I don't know exactly when it happened, but somebody took over our entire system, you know, and they have been planning this for quite some time. But what the channeling message, and I get like, because I am empathetic, I'm compassionate, I'm clairvoyant, clairaudient, claircognizant, and I have this knowing inside of me where this information just kind of comes in. So if I'm like pausing, it's because I'm getting information in on what exactly to say. So I so I had to like regain my thought. So because of this empathetic and like this claircognizance of knowing, I feel like anytime consciousness gets to a point where we are mass awakening and realizing what's going on is when the reset happens. This is exactly why they're resetting everything. On top of AI, which I think having AI is what started this mass awakening, and I can get into that later. But when we start waking up at such a fast rate, they have to reset. They have to do population control. They have to get the next generation ready for whatever it is they want to indoctrinate so they can try to save this prison that they have going on. Every mass awakening is a chance for us to beat this system. Every mud flood, every Noah's Ark, every Chicago fire, all the great fires that happened is happening right now. It's happening whether you want to believe it's happening, but it is. And we really need to gather as a community and, I don't know, come up with whatever it is that's inside of us and share that with each other. So I guess what I'm here to share with you guys today is that I'm here. I'm absolutely worthy of being here. I don't give a crap if I do my hair or my makeup every day. Like, I just don't care anymore. I'm starting to not care about things anymore, about how people look at me, about being a people pleaser and attracting toxic, narcissistic people into my life. Tired of feeling like that. I'm tired of that cycle, and I'm setting those boundaries. I'm learning those lessons. And we all are going through something right now, and we're all at a different stage with it. And I think it would be really helpful, you know. I think what my channel is more going to be about is, I mean, it depends. Like, if people watch this and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to hear your childhood story about the human king. Okay, I'll do a series on that. If you guys want to hear about my entire life story and how I got to this awakening process and how I tune in and how I know what I know and what I practice and what I do every day to meditate and be in tune and receive these messages, we can do that as well. I can, and that's why part of why I didn't even jump on here, because I'm like, what's going to be your niche? Like, what are you going to do? Like, who in the F cares anymore? Because ultimately, I know I'm not the only one dealing with the stuff that I'm talking about. Now, yes, I dealt with human trafficking. I dealt with drug addiction at a young age. I dealt with, doing good things too. I started Project Rachel back in 2009 in Madison, Wisconsin. And that brought a lot of positivity. But then, the pill epidemic hit, and I ended up on Suboxone and methadone, and I lost all my teeth. And then the system got caught into it and took all my children away from me 10 years ago. And then I got clean, and I still wasn't good enough. It's too late. Now I have to live with the fact that I don't have my babies for the rest of my life, and they don't have me. And then that falls onto the children that I have now, because I spoil them and the guilt from, all of that. But I've turned my life completely around so that I can be that mother. I have to live with the fact that I couldn't be 4 of my children's mother because I wasn't good enough, because the system said so. That kind of heartache and kind of pain, it doesn't take away from the things I could have or should have or would have done. Because ultimately, I just want my children loved and safe and taken care of, and I believe that they are. But it doesn't make it right. And there are so many things that I can bring to the table. I'm now 8 years sober with 2 children, paying $1,600 for rent. I pay my bills on time. I have 2 car payments. I have everything going for me except being chronically ill, and dealing with insulin resistance, headaches, fatty liver, inflamed intestines, inflamed colon, inflammation all over my body, weight loss, hair loss, rashes, weird ass symptoms. The doctors don't know what's going on. It's all connected. And like, ultimately I wanted to make a channel where I like reacted to um conspiracy theory videos, or real videos that are going on in the world. I don't even call them conspiracy theory videos anymore, because it's true. It's all true. And now everybody looking at us like, damn, maybe we should have listened to them a little sooner. Damn, now I'm looking crazy. But it's that spark that they need to wake up. That's when the spark happens, is when they're like, damn, there is something kind of going on here. Let me look into this. And then when that research and you're looking into it, then you look into this rabbit hole and you get sucked into this rabbit hole. And it's just, and then it's contagious. All of this awakening is contagious, and it's happening in a ripple effect. Sorry if I'm not looking at the camera too. I don't know what my problem is, why I look at the opposite end like that. I know where my camera is. But I just want to be a friend. I want to be a good asset and build a community. And I want to create this project, and see where it can take me, because I know I'm capable, and I know I have a lot to offer to you guys. And if you're willing to listen and let me share, then we're good. We're about to build a family. And, I want to talk about every aspect of life that we're going through as single parents or single moms, single dads, or even 2-parent households, just living paycheck to paycheck shit. And yeah, I pay a lot in rent, but I don't make enough. Yeah, I make more than the normal average American, but it's like, yeah, I'm off Badger Care, I'm off food stamps, which I was on welfare and all that stuff. I'm finally off of that, and that's kind of getting me out of the cycle a little bit. But now I'm just in the middle class, making more but paying more. It's really not the same thing. I mean, it's really the same thing, but you're just, I don't know, not living risky behaviors. It's a vibrational thing. Like, you're living in that vibration. That's where my vibration was at when my children were getting taken away, when I was caught up in the criminal system and the system and those kinds of things and addictions. And when I was human trafficked, I believe I was put into this low vibration. I mean, they fed me drugs and all kinds of stuff. I was 13 years old, and I was held captive till I was 16. So I was forced into this low vibrational lifestyle, which then I was abandoned. I had no family at 16 when I returned back to Wisconsin. This was in Kentucky. When I returned back to Wisconsin, I had no family, and the system just threw me out on the street. So I was already in that low vibrational. That's all I had to look to. So that got me started on crack cocaine at 16 years old in Madison, Wisconsin, walking up and down the streets at 16. using drugs. And at 18, I got clean and sober and started Project Rachel and did some really good things. And there's a human trafficking task force in Madison now because of it. And, did some really good things. But then I was caught up in the pill epidemic. And, you know, treated with all of those. Then my kids got taken away. And then, the vibration, it's like I've been changing and shifting vibrations or shifting timelines. And I've been actually practicing like how to shift even further. That's another thing I want to share. It's like I have so much insight. I want to say my past doesn't define me. It's definitely made me who I am, and it makes me look at me differently, as if I have the strength to overcome everything. I'm still standing, and I'm standing strong. And that is powerful, because those things could devastate you or they could motivate you. I don't feel very motivated right now, to be quite honest with you. I'm overwhelmed. My kids don't listen to me. I'm numb. I'm anxious all the time. Don't want to leave my damn house. It's overwhelming for me. But, practicing small habits. I'm starting to be creative again and get into my creative side and my art and my meditation, where I receive messages, and I receive messages more in the car when I'm driving or when I'm cleaning. But yeah, I want to share all of that with you guys and kind of dive in deep and maybe do some reaction videos, some vlogging or life story videos, and just posting me for me. Like, it doesn't have to be anything special, but there are things that I think creatively as project I would enjoy, and I think that starting at like a reaction channel, because I'd have to learn how to do that. There's a process to it. I'd need equipment and things like that. I have tripods and microphones and lighting and stuff like that. But I need, computers. There's certain stuff I can't do right from my phone. Maybe I can. I don't know. I got to learn. But I'd like to start getting into some of those videos with you guys and discussing kind of what's going on in the world. And then maybe some, insight on some of the things that I've been through. And hopefully we can build a community here to wake people up. Because this is insane. I don't know who my audience is going to be. People are going to think I'm freaking crazy for jumping on here, but if you've stayed and listened this long, thank you. That's all I can say is thank you so much. I believe that this is going to get to the right people, and I command that. I understand that, and I respect that. And I hope that you guys will come back and come see me and my boys, because we're great, we're amazing, and we have a lot to offer during this mass awakening that is happening right now in the world. And yeah, so if you'd care to, I'll see you later. I really just have one more thing to say. Be kind. Be grateful for everything that you have. Say thank you to somebody today for something. Tell somebody you like their smile. Do something very small, minuscule. This morning in the car, me and my kids said, the things we were grateful for. And when I heard them listing off the clouds and the sky and the birds and our animals, my mom and my dad, and just doing that exercise with them was like, and doing that every single day will shift you, because it's gratefulness, it's love. We all need to live through a place of love. I know whenever I see somebody that's trying to start a YouTube channel or expressing their story, I love listening. I love just tuning in and listening to a nobody, because those are the people that are truly special and have something to share. So, anyways, with that being said, if you guys want to join me, the Ray Jenkins Show, the Ray Jenkins Show 1, and I will check you guys later. Thanks. Bye.